Aa burada. Beni Fransız kızlarından biri gibi çiz ha.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Şarlatan sokağına gidiyorum. Yosmaları da geçtiğimize göre. Şarlatan sokağına giyinmeye gidiyoruz. Hadi bakalım. Acaba nasıl bir kıyafetimiz olacak? Oh, oh. Kimse tanımasın diye maske taktım yolda. Oraya gidince çıkaracağım. Roç'a da bir maske taksaydık rezil olacağız. Tanımasınlar diye kılıçları bile çıkarttım. Bir set daha kavga olacak herhalde de bu halimizde tanımazlar herhalde bizi. Bence.
Let's go.
Kapalı mekanlar vesaire. Bilgilerini aldık, gidelim. Sağa baktım. Sola baktım. Kimse takmıyor maske, tamam. Kimse görmüyor beni. Maskeyi çıkartabilirim şu an. Nerede maske? Geldim. Herkes maskeliyse de o da kötü olur ha.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Abi yen görmesin, mahveder bizi. Ekildik mi yoksa? Abi yeni kıyafetlerimiz çamur oldu. Maskeyle mi geldin? Aa gerçekten maskeyle gelmiş.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but just one other detail. Here, put it on.
Aa,
A mask.
abi
All who
takmıştık
attend the
zaten.
Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on,
Oo yeni
no
maske.
one
İyi ki ver
asks for more.
almamışız. Güzel güzel. Neden maske? Kimse birbirini tanımasın diye
Any
değil mi?
idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious.
Bu işte
The truth
kötü
is far
taraf var gibi
simpler.
bir şeyler olacak
This
gibi de
way, no
neyse.
one can tell which drunken aristocrats are
Her an
pinching the
kraliyetten biri
performers.
olacakmışıza benziyoruz ama neyse.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Tam o yüzden saklamamıştım da millet beni tanımasın diye. Ama güzel işe yaradı. Övgümüzü de aldık.
How do we find this Intrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town.
Yes.
Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Okay, sızıyoruz.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont,
Güzel.
a singer whose voice, were it stolen,
Hemen yan yana
would
birbirine
surely be a
bakıyorlar.
diamond.
Aradığımız bu diye.
Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Ne?
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Neyse öğrendik.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Kalesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from
Okay.
far off a field.
Bir hokkabaz gibi,
Visual
hokkabaz
illusions.
gibi yapıyormuş
Interesting.
performansını
The
öyle
third
duydum.
artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Gittiğini
We were
öğrendik ama.
really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse
Evet,
with her.
istiyoruz lütfen.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
Biraz tüyo ver bize.
I don't know where she is now,
Lütfen.
but I can give you a clue.
Lütfen.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
O bir orkidez.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Peki, saçında orkide var. Peki.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence
Tam
belongs
burada
to
olmalıydı.
none of them. They are guests here.
Uçan halı mı var orada?
Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Doğru.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Eğlencelere katıl diyor. Tabii ki katılacağım. Aa. Alabilir miyim?
Do you fear taking a bath?
Yıkanmaktan korkar mısınız mı? Doğru. Yıkanmadık elbise giyerken.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Öyle mi?
Your emotions. Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative.
Nasıl yapacağım? Oh. Okay.
Silence. The artist must focus. I got it. It's the Sorito.
It's not a landscape,
Hop.
Pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Bir tuval yapacağım burada 15 taneden.
Is all Yet
Bir tanesi yeşil de şöyle araya attıracağım.
these hues. Drop them in the pail and grab a different.
Biraz kırmızı, biraz kırmızı. Sanatçı ruhumu döküyorum şu anda ortaya. Bir tane de şu araya karmaşanın, dünyanın bu düzensizliğini sembolize edecek şekilde. En dışarıda bu renk neyse ondan. Purple, asilliktir. Gönder. Ne yapıyorum ben şu an?
Internalized fear of intimacy.
Kalmadı mı? Bitti mi? Aa, sarı var daha. En dışa sarı. Güneşi sembolize etsin. Aydınlığı.
It's obvious. It
Her yere ayrı atacağım. Herkesin güneşi farklıdır.
Voila. Fine. Now, allow me a moment.
Okay. Ne kadar veriyorsun buna?
Racer? The painting depicts spiritual
Sal
dualism.
dualizm.
The continual battle between good and evil.
Aynen öyle.
Defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And
Teşekkürler.
defiance.
Tamamdır. Başka ne var? Başka neler var? Burada ne yapılıyor? Ne? İçki mi?
The preferred hooch of
Absent
artists.
içiyorum. Hadi bakayım.
It packs a pretty powerful
Hoppa.
punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Evet. Absent'i şatladım bu arada. Kötü olduk. Bütün zenginlikten faydalanacağım da bu nasıl bir görüntü kardeşim? Halat mı çekiliyor burada?
It's a metaphor of the constant struggle.
Pandonimciler bunlar.
What else do they think of? If they can't agree, do you take the line, and you constant struggle.
Acaba ne yapacağım? Arkasında ben de destekleyecek miyim? Ana da beni takip ediyor. Pandonimci kardeşler bunlar. Aa, burada bir şey yapabiliyorum. Bir saniye. Çek. Güzel pandomimcidir işte. Ben çekince ikisi birden geldi. Bu arada şeyi arayalım. Kadını. Saçında orkide var. Şu ana kadar çok dikkatli olmadım ama.
Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard? It's on everyone's
Bunlar
lips.
değil.
4 duets in one night.
Cecilia never should have performed.
Bu eğlence biraz daha farklı bir eğlence herhalde. Buraya oturacağız ve içeriye birisi mi gelecek?
I'm sure you understand. We wish to be alone. Please leave.
Sorry. O zaman burası.
But are you sure it's an original?
My
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Evet, fark ettim, çıktım hemen.
Cecilia never should have performed.
Hala orkideli kadını arıyorum aynı zamanda da.
look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ne yapacağım? Art mı atsam? Ha, yapamıyormuşum. Ard'ı vuracaktım da. Wow.
How beautiful.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Gerçekten öyle. Ard işareti var şeylerde. Meşalelerde. Işıkları zannedersem söndürüyorum ve yok olacak adamın bütün illüzyonu. Bir bakalım. Boyasını bir ortaya çıkartalım onu. Kesin ip var zaten biliyorsunuz. Kesin ip var. Işıkları bir söndüreyim, ne olacak çok merak ediyorum. Adam gerçek büyücü. Bakayım, alttan geçeyim. Bak bir şey var burada, gidemiyorum ben. Sen büyü yaptın da bize, neyse. Hadi bakayım, kandık hadi. Orkideli birini arıyorum hala. Burada da değil. Burada hiç değil. Genelde bütün kadınların saçı zaten kapalı.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Öyle mi? Bir tane saldım o zaman.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Bunlar hala kullanılan bir gelenek zaten. Bu fenerler. Dilek dilerseniz atarsınız. Hala festivalleri yapılıyor. Kadına bakmaya devam ediyorum. Kadını zaten ya burada gösteriyor ya diğer tarafta. Burada görmedim ama. Oh, burada not var. Aptal efsünger mi? Ne? Kopkuyu bir gece efsün... Aa, bu ne ya? Bir efsünger ve kurt adam arasındaki bir oyunun parçası. Ben olayım efsüngerin.
I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. So much time I
Adam
spent.
dertlenmiş ya.
Exceptional true.
Aa, burada. Beni Fransız kızlarından biri gibi çiz ha.
Do not disturb. Shoo!
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not
Peki.
move.
Hoş bir portre. Yok, direkt gidelim abi.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Evet.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Aha.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here, tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He
Yeah.
gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Tamam.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave
Tamam
now.
gittik ya. Okey. Yemek masalarında kap şeklinde bir kutu içki masalarında kap şeklinde bir kutu arıyoruz. Sorry. Bir alan verin bana. Güzel dans ediyorlar. Bu nedir? Hemen şöyle bir yemek alayım yiyelim. Bu ne? Ot var burada.
Let's look.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was
Ne?
scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Ha, okey. O mu burada diyecektim. Kalp şeklinde bir kutu. Bu mu yoksa? Aa evet bu.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the Cintrian.
Kenti takip edeceğiz.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia
Bir
must have
daha
left it
okumuş
behind.
olduk.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Okay, kokuya bakıyorum ve takip ediyorum.
This plain thing, it's rather... It's very... Bloody colorful, that's what... Ignorance.
Kapı zannedersem gitmemiz gereken yer değil. Yani şaşırttı beni ama. Buraya daha önce gelmiştim ama bak burada. Ama gerçi biz orkideyi arıyorduk değil mi? Başka biri olabilir. Buradan geçmiş. Bu yol boyunca ilerlemiş. Biraz hızlanabiliriz.
He'll definitely come.
Ve buradan içeri mekanın sahibinin yanına gitmiş herhalde. Ena da arkamızda. İçeri almayacak bizi değil mi?
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice
Aha
anywhere.
tanıdı kraliçeyi.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace.
Oo.
Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh, not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Kimseye söyleme ha.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Kraliçeye söz verdim diyor.
I shall be silent as the
Sonuçta.
grave.
Cecilia'yı arıyoruz.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent.
Yani buralı değil. Zaten aradığımız kişi de öyle biri.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Güzel taktik.
Quickly, upstairs.
Lan insanları iş üstünde basacağız gibi geldi de. Hadi bakalım hayırlısı. Hangi oda? Sol taraftaki. Evet. O. Diğerini açsak ne olurdu merak etmiyor değilim ama. Let's go. Kadın öldü deme. Oh
That
no.
must be Cecilia.
Bizim acaba onu bize ona
No
bizim
pulse.
kadın tarafından
Too
yaklaştığımızı mı anladı?
He slit her throat. The brute.
O adam mıydı kapıdaki
Didn't go
yoksa?
out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere
Hayır.
here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Ena dikkat et kendine, işler çok sarpa sardı, haberin olsun.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be bloody strong too. It's his.
Ya doğru yapmış kendine gitmek için.
Broke the flower pot when moving the door. Then stepped in the soil.
Güzel. Ayak izlerini görebiliyoruz.
Footprints. Made by soiled boots.
Kıyafetlerimi şimdi değiştirmeyeceğim. İhtiyacımız olduğu an değiştiririz
Must
zaten.
have climbed this ladder.
Buradan başka gidebileceği bir yer yok diye düşünüyorum.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Öyle mi? Aynaya mı girmiş? Ne? Ya da... Acaba...
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Yanarta mı öldürttü acaba?
Bloodstains.
Acaba vampire mi öldürttü?
Jewelry
Bir kişi
box.
daha eklemiştir
Box
listesine.
busted.
Dede Hart
Picked open
öldürttü
probably.
bence.
Links at a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links at a snap chain. Jewel must have been
Bunu
on it.
almak istedim. Yağmala diyor.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
Hırsızlık sütü mü verilmeye çalışılmış ki? Tam
Looks
anlaşılmıyor.
valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Değil mi?
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Bu hançer
Locked. And no key in sight.
camdan çıkmış, evet. İşlemeli av bıçağı.
Hunting
Bununla
knife,
kesmiş.
richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Ve kadının resmini niye
Canvas is
kestin?
cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Buradan da çıkmış, öyle mi?
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Biri aşağı
Jewel was in
düşmüş
the box, it
olabilir.
seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them.
Yani aşağıda bir ceset bulacağız.
Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Oh. Heh, tamam.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer.
Cesede bakalım
I'll alert the
aşağıdaki.
staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
Bir şeyler biliyor yani.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
Fell out of the window.
Bu yapmış.
just so.
Evet, niye saldırdın
None
ki?
too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman in a frock.
Ya öyle
rather than
demedim ya.
paint. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Doğru.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
Ne?
I bought it many years ago from a young woman.
Ha, tamam. Çalmış zannet. Neden bu kadar önüne adı
Jewel
bile
seems
var.
important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Oha,
Seems
kraliyet
someone is very determined
mücevheriymiş.
to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Bir hedef gösterilmiş yani.
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we
Bak,
seek,
tahmin
but his
etmiştik.
employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Antalya'nın o da nedir?
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana,
İşler ne
everything we
kadar derin bir
discussed
hal
here.
aldı ya.
Hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Neler oluyor? Burada da mı bir şeyler var? Festival bitmiş zaten. Oriana meselesine bir bakalım ya.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on.
Ya.
Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the
Adamlar
wine,
gayet
the
güçlü bu
jewel,
arada.
both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the
Ne oluyor?
schemers.
Kardeş geldi işin içerisine.
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
İşin içinde mi? Bir intikam mücadelesi
Think
mi
your
bu?
sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had
Oh,
something she
jealous, huh?
didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much.
The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy
Değil mi?
stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from
Bir
father
aile
as a
draması
gift.
çıktı
At
arkasından.
a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Değil mi? Peki sürgün sebebi neydi?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Sadece kıskançlık
Siana
olamazdı.
was cursed.
Ne?
Parents
Curse
run
bizim
afoul of
işimiz.
some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during
Böyle
the
bir
wrong
şey
lunar
yok ya.
phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams.
Wow.
We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day.
In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
10 yıl boyunca.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her.
Bu lanetli ifadesi daha
No
sonra
matter
bizim
what she
uğraşacağımız
did,
bir şey olacak.
she is not to be harmed
Bence.
in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
Zarar görmesini istiyor. Söz veremem dememiz lazım ama yani yaptığı planlara baktığımızda öyle çok da bilinçsiz bir yaratık gibi değil. Hani gözünü hırs bürümüş bir ya da bir vahşi canavar gibi bir şeyle karşılaşmayacağız. Bundan emin olmalısın ifadesine söz veremem bir söylememiz lazım. Her zaman kendimizden de sorumluyuz. Nefsi müdafaa.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a
Oh.
surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair.
Ne?
And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources
İşte bu
to the witches' hunt.
sürprizdi.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But
Adamı
why are you
tanıştırdık,
here,
katil bu
Doriana?
işte.
They
Kraliçe
came to pay
bilmiyor.
me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages, literally.
Adında mı?
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Evet de yanındakini de tanıyoruz. Şaşırdın mı?
Seems surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a witcher.
Gerçek
Don't be
doğasını
fooled,
biliyor o
dear.
zaman.
Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect.
Şu an tam solumuzdan geçen
Master
yaratık mı?
Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe to toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
Şu anda yapacağımız gibi mi?
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
Bez de öyle.
You might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
Evet.
Killing. Though at times there is no choice when loved ones are at risk and require
Evet,
protection.
onu görmüşüz.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
Evet
If
de.
possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
Evet, bir yalnız
We shall
konuşalım
return
diyoruz yani.
forthwith.
Yalnız bu arkadaşı burada aynen yalnız bırakmak doğru mu?
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you are gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Oriana meselesi nedir?
She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Cidden tesadüf değil elbette.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Ya. Biliyoruz nerede olduğunu bu arada
Now listen
şantajcının.
close.
Ama
Managed to learn
Detlef'ı
where the
bir kontrol
blackmailers
altına al
are.
yani.
They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
Değil mi?
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlef.
Ne?
Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Ölümle sohbet gibi ya. 2 tane high vampire.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Söyleyelim mi ya? Söyleme imkanımız olacak mı acaba? Kendinden çok bahsetti mi? Bir bakalım söylemiş mi bir şeyler?
Don't know him too well.
Söyleyemez ki diye
He say much about
zannediyorum.
himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not
Öyle mi
survive a
diyorsun?
week at court otherwise.
Yani
So
hiçbir
what
şey
is?
bilmiyorsun.
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he
Kadın
comes across as
haklıymış.
grim.
Evet, seziyor.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall
Midnight.
storm
Okay,
the
gece
castle
git diyor
together.
yani. Gece yarısı gitmemiz gerektiğini söylüyor. Ama bu kıyafetlerden kurtulup daha sonra görevimize gitmemiz gerekecek. Zaten üzerimizdeki büyük ihtimal tekrar kendini gösterecek arama da yine bizi meşgul edecektir diye tahmin ediyorum. Boyalardan falan bahsediyor. Bunu daha önce de duymuştuk zaten. Biliyoruz da. Boyalarla falan kıyafetlerimizin rengini değiştirebildiğimizi. Elbiselerimi giydim. Burada tamamlayalım. Güzel bir macera oldu. Konuların bu kadar hızlı değişiyor olması ilginçti. Çok güzel hazırlanmış bir hikaye. İçerisine girdiğimiz ortamlar hem keyifli hem ilginç hem de şaşırtıcıydı. Bir şarap lekesinden ilk önce gittiğimiz bir vineyard, ardından bir üzüm bahçesine, bir şarap üretim merkezine, oradan bulduğumuz bir ipucuyla birlikte geldiğimiz bir festivalle, o festivalde bulduğumuz ipucuyla ulaştığımız bir aile draması, hepsi kendini böyle iç içe geçmiş bir şekilde sundu bize kendini. Ve şimdi de bu şantajcılarla alakalı bir sonraki buluşmaya gideceğiz. Elbette bir sonraki bölüm.